Shout out to Ricky Ricardo for sending me this story. And before I even go into it, I have to say that there is a lot of bad, wicked energy coming from Penn State, especially when it comes to palm-colored males and various acts of deviancy or anything illegal. And this story right here would be no different. Now, this man's name is Graham Spanier, and he used to be the president for Penn State. And he had a conviction on him from 2017 for child endangerment charges. And he literally got his conviction overturned the night before he was set to head to prison. Now you know that is some palm color privilege for your ass. Let me go ahead and get into it. A federal judge has overturned the 2017 child endangerment conviction of former Penn State President Graham Spanier. The ruling from U.S. Magistrate Judge Caroline Mahalchik was issued on the eve of the date that Spanier was scheduled to report to the Center County Correctional Facility near Bellefonte to begin serving a 2-month prison term. Look at that. He had a slap on the wrist either way. That is not going to happen now. Mahalchik found prosecutors in the case, as well as a trial court judge, John Bacubella, incorrectly applied an expanded version of the state's child endangerment statute from 2007 to the circumstances of Spanier's case, which dated to a sex abuse allegation that reached a then president's desk in 2001. In sum, the judge wrote, the conviction in this matter was based on a criminal statute that did not go into effect until 6 years after the conduct in question, and is therefore in violation of Spanier's federal constitutional rights. With the conviction and sentence vacated, Spanier will not have to report to prison. By any definition, this is a tremendous win for the longtime Penn State president, who was forced by trustees to give up his office under pressure in November 2011 after the arrest of former assistant football coach Jerry Sandusky on charges of serial child sexual abuse. Mahalchik's ruling reversed earlier decisions at the county court and Pennsylvania Superior Court levels, and earlier this year, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court had opted not to hear Spanier's appeal. Spanier's attorneys declined comment in the ruling when reached Tuesday evening, and a call placed to Spanier State College residents was not answered. But other supporters of the former president, many of whom believe Spanier's actions and executive with a bad situation, if not perfect in hindsight, had been unfairly criminalized and were overjoyed. For the first time in 7.5 years, I feel good, said Anthony Lebrano, a former alumni elected trustee who became the unofficial leader for Penn State. Friends and alumni who felt Spanier, his senior managers, and even former head football coach Joe Paterno were wrongly vilified in the media firestorm sparked by Sandusky's arrest. So that's what it sounds like it's all coming from. Okay, it says someone named Jennifer Storm had put out a tweet. She said, "This is a disgusting miscarriage of justice. This criminal never spent one day behind bars, proving that skin color and wealth dictate who is accountable and is unconscionable." And mind you, that was a white woman that wrote that. And it was probably most likely a white woman that was the judge in this case that pretty much let him off. And the thing is, he was getting off anyway. He only had to serve 2 months. Compared to what Jerry Sandusky got, I think that guy got damn near life in prison, which serves him right. So it sounds to me, if I'm reading this correctly, this guy has some connection to it as well. But like I said, there's some bad energy coming from that Penn State and a lot of the administrators that are there, the palm-colored male ones anyway. But that doesn't surprise me when you look through that vast history. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next one.